Stone Cold, I think, has the biggest forehead in this movie.
No.
No,
You don't
all right,
say
well,
that. He'll show up and beat you to death.
No, I mean, well, we're looking at the photo right now. Who do you think's got the biggest forehead?
Biggest forehead?
Yeah, biggest forehead. Let's go.
Jason Statham.
I don't know.
Statham. Oh
Yeah,
no.
because his hairline just keeps going.
Yeah, shit. No, he's
Same
got a
with
huge
Cruz.
forehead.
Same with. Look, there's 1, 2, 3,
Oh, yeah, Bruce
4,
Willis.
5 bald guys in this movie.
Yeah, because everyone knows bald people kick ass. Everybody knows that. You need a bald guy on the team,
No,
right?
Steve.
Right,
No.
guys?
No.
Validate me.
No.
Oi, welcome to Every Film in the Book. I'm Steve Expendable.
I'm Danielle.
I'm the other expendable, I guess.
If you haven't figured it out, we did the freaking Expendables, man.
The freaking Expendables,
Starring
man.
everybody from your 80s lunchbox and directed by Sylvester Stallone, the greatest man to ever walk the planet. That man is the Italian stallion. I don't know if you knew that.
He is the Italian.
He is the
Yeah.
Italian stallion. Dude was in Rocky. He punched a guy. It's pretty good.
He
Ooh.
hit a guy a lot.
Oh,
He
yeah.
punched a lot of
He-
lot of dudes.
A lot of guys
he,
a lot
he
of
punched
time.
a few guys. He looks pretty scary nowadays. His arms are looking like like they're a little overloaded.
His access to firearms increased, and he's dangerous now.
Yeah.
His skin's looking a little rough, but you
Yeah.
know.
Well, he tans. It's good. Got to keep up that glow. He's not 20 forever.
Man, this movie was just
Well,
not good.
so I did hear through the grapevine that you didn't like this movie.
Yeah, no.
Was that the
I wasn't a
grapevine?
fan.
Or her saying, I don't like this movie during the movie?
I very much said that I did not like this movie. But yeah, no, if you don't like plot and you just want to watch stuff blow up, maybe it's your favorite movie. I don't know. I'm sure it's many people's favorite movie.
Well, see, like the thing I like about it is it trying to like bring back like that 80s action movie, but you got a bunch of people who shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff.
I think they did fine. What are you talking
Dude,
about?
Stallone running in this movie, he is struggling. Like his body is not allowing him to carry that body weight.
Oh my god, when
He
he's
did
running
fine.
he's running off of the pier. Oh my god, that should not have been physically possible for him to launch himself onto a plane.
But he did it.
Like his body is
'Cause he's
so
expendable.
huge and his legs are so tiny. He's just like dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
It's like you know how they say it looks impossible for a bee to fly because its body is so big and its wings are so tiny.
Yeah.
That's like him with his legs like running.
Sylvester the Bee, I love it. But yeah, like that was the thing I liked about it was, they bring back like those ridiculous gunfights and everybody's getting shot, but somehow like our heroes don't get scathed at all, or like if they do, it's like, oh man, I just got my shoulder blown off. It's fine. I'm gonna go to work on Tuesday.
Well, and even if you get shot in the chest, you still make it back for the end scene.
Yeah, as long as you grunt. Save you.
If you're in the movie in the first 10 minutes, you'll be in it in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they paid a lot of money to get Dolph Lundgren in there. They're like, we can't kill him. What if there's a sequel?
Yeah,
Well,
nobody.
that's 100% what they did.
Nobody actually died except for the bad guys.
And
So
we saw them being evil, but we don't really know why they were doing what they're doing.
Money.
They just,
money,
That's
drugs,
true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
drugs, money, and evilness. I think was a big
was probably the
a big
biggest
bullet
one.
point.
Yeah.
It was probably their main seller.
We do evil things.
It's like, hey man, you want to start an evil group? We're gonna do drugs and get money.
Get bitches, get money.
We'll take over a small island somewhere.
Right, we're gonna go get a country, and then just make everyone hate us immediately.
Bro, what do you want to do this weekend? Oh, dude, I just want to buy an island.
Well, I feel like that's such an inefficient way to make money. is by killing a bunch of people that are supposed to be doing the work to make you the money.
Yeah, they didn't
Like that-
even put them into slavery. They just
Like-
straight up were just killing
like
people.
They're just like, no, we're
That's
just
the
shooting
whole
everything.
thing. Like they're like what's his name? Something Robert, whoever the bad guy was, Monroe. He's he's like, where is my product? Like, why don't you have manpower? When 2 scenes before that,
You
he's
drove to
shooting all the
town.
farmers.
You drove to town and just shot everybody.
They're like, oh, look at this stand of fruit. That could feed us. Flip it. I'm
Yep.
out. Like,
Wow, Stone Cold's unhappy. So he
hey,
started to
move
spend-
that on delay.
You think this is your
On
market?
delay.
This is my market.
Yeah, so the main villain made absolutely no sense and really didn't have any purpose. And then also our heroes just kind of heard from a guy that there was a job that they didn't know anything about, but they got sent to do a job, and then they ended up getting caught and getting shot at. So then they shot people, and then it just went back and forth and back and
Yeah.
forth. They blew up stuff, and then it was over. There we go. That was a plot summary.
Yeah, but you
Well,
didn't
I
hit
mean-
the art of this film.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, you're
I was
missing
gonna
all
say
the
that
art.
about sums it up.
Yeah.
That about sums it up.
Yeah, well, there were tattoos being
Yeah,
tattooed.
yeah.
In
I mean,
Yeah.
record-breaking speed.
yeah.
Absolute record-breaking. Like, I don't have any, but I know it's a long
it takes
It's a
process.
hours.
But
He's finishing his back piece or something.
yeah.
Couple
It-
letters in 4 seconds.
It takes our tattoo artist like an hour just to get us to the chair. Like, he goes back and forth with the design and the, you have to prep the area and the shaving. Like, all of that takes like an hour. And he just like ripped his shirt off in like two and a half minutes. It was
they're
done.
men, all right? You
Yep.
just fucking slap me with ink and then I'm going to put my shirt on. No need to cover it. I'm a man.
Don't even wipe the blood off.
Nah, I just thought it was weird that Mickey Rourke didn't have gloves on. Because like, I would want somebody giving me a tattoo
I saw no
to have
disinfectant.
gloves on.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, hey man, I don't want any of your stuff.
Well, like, he
you
didn't
don't want
even-
any of my
He
stuff.
didn't even rinse his hands off in anything. Like, they were just dirty and ugh.
Well, I guess before we get too far in, I mean, the movie starts with the Expendables doing a job, and they're already kind of laying like the groundwork, like that one of them is gonna betray him,
Are
and
we-
like you're setting up those stupid like tropes, or like always one of the good guys is like affected by the life, and he can't handle it anymore. Shooting a guy with a grenade launcher and ripping his top half off of his body half really gets to me.
And do we even know who they are or what they are? They're not
There's-
working for the
no.
government. They're just
absolutely no exposition.
No,
Nothing.
because
About-
our establishing shot is them fucking riding motorcycles.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. They're a group of guys with motorcycles and guns. Okay.
And they wanted it to be in the movie.
They also
Yeah.
like they have cars, they have guns, they have
Yeah, they got
rocket launchers.
they
They've got
a
a
whole
seaplane.
arsenal.
They've got an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like they finish up their mission, and then we get to that their hangout. I guess it's like their little garage that they all live in.
It's a secret hideout. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. It's a secret
It's a
hideout,
secret
for, the,
hideout.
for the guys.
Just for the bros.
It's the ultimate man cave.
But like this is the scene that you guys were talking about. Like Mickey Rourke comes in on a motorcycle, and Stallone is just standing there like waiting for him, and he's just sits on a motorcycle, and Mickey Rourke's like, yo man, it's been like 30 years, let's finally finish up your tattoo. I guess you've been shot at enough, like you got the bullet quota, now we can put the bulls in your expend.
Expendable. Also, why would you get that far in a tattoo and stop there?
Well,
Like,
we,
especially if it only took an extra 2 minutes.
we 100% know that there was a life and death situation
Yeah.
that happened. That's why I got it interrupted.
No.
Because those guys' lives are serious and constant danger all the time.
All the time.
They're putting themselves in these situations, though.
Well-
like, nobody's asking them to do any of
they look for it. They're like, this is what I want to do to make money. I want to get shot at and make money.
Do
and
they even
also,
make money?
I want to topple world government.
well, they said it would cost $5 million.
yeah,
but
5
the-
mil
but
to
this
do this
is-
job.
This is where, see, the movie is just one of the jobs that goes bad.
Right.
They've done this a million times where it goes well, and it's like, here's a bad one.
No, but they tell us about all the ones that go bad. Because like,
Well, they go bad emotionally. They win, but they're hurt on the
But, like,
inside after.
Like in this beginning scene, while he's like tattooing Stallone, he's like, "Oh, remember when we were in like Burma and like your hand was shot up and I got like 3 to the leg and like my buddy Evan was like, you know, he spilled all the coffee and it was just terrible."
And he always said in describing it back in insert random country,
Yeah, insert place that they don't
back
live.
in the mud, in the blood. It's like he said it every time. Like no matter what they do, it's always raining and just blood everywhere.
There's mud.
Blood and blood.
There's blood.
So we know that the amount of people they kill in this film is just a regular day's work.
Oh yeah.
I still don't understand why.
Mercenaries.
Yeah,
you
they're
know.
just guns for hire.
That's the life.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Well, and
just like, come on, give me something to care about.
Well,
Nope.
you know, they try because this next scene, Jason Statham goes to visit his lady and he brings her a nice like bottle of wine. He's like,
Oi, baby, it's your favorite. Is that a guy inside your house?
And she's like, you should have called first. And you know what that means.
yeah,
She's got a
It
man in
means
the house.
I'm
She's
currently
diddling the
doing
milkmaid.
stuff.
yeah.
That guy was too pretty to be the. Would you say milkmaid?
milkmaid.
Did you say so? That's
I
I
meant
heard
to
that
say-
right. Correct.
I meant to say
right? I heard that
milkman.
right.
Milkmaid.
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 So they have a milkmaid and they treat him terribly.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's the worst.
He's there to clean up all the spilled milk.
Yeah, but honestly-
Hey, I'm not here to fix your plumbing. I'm here to clean up the spilled milk.
But like honestly, this is like my favorite part, just because it's like I don't know why they try and make Jason Statham like have like a sensitive romantic side in like every movie he's in.
Everyone.
He's good at the punching and kicking. He's great at throwing the knives in this one. I'm like, just
Well,
let him
this
do
is-
that. Why
this-
does he have to like save like some woman from a terrible
Well,
relationship
first-
in every movie?
First of all, he does it in a lot of films.
Every movie.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say every movie because sometimes they die in the movie.
Yeah.
That-
and then
yeah.
that gives him some sort of motivation
Or
to keep going.
Vengeful purpose,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
Venge.
The pointed
Revenge is
anger. His wrath has become focused.
Wrath of Man.
Oh.
Anyway.
Hey.
Anyway.
Oh, and a bell we can ring when we self promote. We have other stuff too.
We have episodes by the glory.
Get your episodes. We got lots of
Yeah,
episodes.
Steve, you got to put in a jingle there or something.
do 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 do. Check out our other shit.
Oh, and now I can just tell you to make stuff. Do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, then I can yell at you for it, and it'll be
Mm.
great.
Perfect. I like it.
Yeah, just add that in post, please.
I like this show dynamic now. I
Yeah.
like being held hostage.
Steve, since we're doing this part, if you could do all of it and make it cool, that'd be great.
Mm.
Which is exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'll do my best.
Anyway,
Yeah,
what
so
were we talking about?
so Jason Statham's getting cheated on.
And he's
Yes.
like, Oi, baby, when I'm here. That should be enough. You don't need emotional connection. I'm just hot and I bring wine.
And she's like, it's been a month. I haven't heard from you. I moved on. And he's like, oh, you should have waited for me.
Baby, do you not hear my accent?
Yeah, it's like, well, did you tell her, like, could you wait for me? I got to go do something.
Yeah,
like, he
and,
didn't
like,
even.
He said time got away from him.
Like I get it.
That's good enough. It's Jason Statham.
Like I
If
get
he
you
wants to
probably
wait
don't-
a year
Yeah.
and then come back to me, I'm not going to say, no, I'm sorry, I'm with someone else. I'm going to tell whoever's inside to get out because Jason Statham came back. It's like, oh, one second, sweetheart. Hey, Bill.
Do you not see who's on my front porch?
Bill.
It's Jason Statham.
You're going to have to leave.
Get out.
Also, as he proved, he'll just murder you if you don't leave, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
whatever.
true.
Yeah.
He didn't actually murder him. But
So something's
he could
clearly wrong with her because she didn't want Jason Statham
Yeah.
back.
No, she's the problem in this. Like she didn't choose Jason Statham.
But yeah, her role in this movie was just to give him a heart, I guess. Like,
Yeah, well, one of them needed to look. Well, I mean, to be honest, they shoehorned this in like a few times with all the guys being like,
Oh man, like why would that woman stay in a horrible place? I could have saved her and brought her to a better world.
and then the other guy's like,
I watched a woman kill herself and it really just hurt me.
it's
Wow,
like,
there's a theme.
like you're just using them as like we have to like between the muscle flexing and the gun shooting. It's like, see, they're sensitive, caring guys.
yeah, I think there's like 2-3 women in this whole movie.
Yeah, that's
So-
about it.
And they have major effect on what
Yeah,
happens.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
them gets waterboarded.
Okay, well, that is a whole thing that we have to
we'll,
talk
we'll
about.
get there. And
We'll
then
have to
the,
dive
God.
into the torture scenes.
Jeez.
yeah, and then the other one gets punched in the face by her boyfriend. So it's like,
So it's like they're on the same level. They went through the same amount of torture.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like they only wrote these women into the thing to have bad things happen to them.
It's like it's supposed to make the men feel bad because they're like, oh, I gotta save that woman.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
If you
It's-
don't
it's what-
have
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's just if
Give,
you
give them more than just, oh, I was punched and now I'm not going to have a single line for the rest of this movie. And Jason
Yeah.
Statham is literally going to scold me because I went to this guy and got punched. And he's like,
Oh, this is your fault, baby. You know that, right? But don't worry, I'll take care of
I'm
you.
the prize, babe. You should have known that.
right. So it's like, give them a little bit more. Like, I don't know. Let's see her go to work for a day.
I don't want to see
I don't
her.
know.
I don't want to see her
I
go
want
to
to
work.
see her in the office.
I don't want to see that character do anything. I want to see more stuff blow up and more people get punched in the face. So saying the character that's not supposed to be a big character, no.
All right.
No, blow more stuff up.
Well, this is where we're
Punch
getting
more
to the,
people.
This is where we're getting to the blow up the stuff because like this is where they get their mission. They're going to Valena, and Mickey Rourke's like, "All right, well, you got 3 jobs. Like, go meet Bruce Willis in a church somewhere." so
Give his
Stallone-
name away a while. Gee
Yeah,
whiz.
so Stallone goes to this church to meet with Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger walks in, and they're
Ah!
he was
Arnold.
too famous to be in this movie because he was a political leader at the time.
I just think it was obligations to
Yeah, he was running California.
the light when they opened the that
Oh my God, what
I
an
did
entrance.
I did enjoy that because it was like entering the scene now. Arnold Schwarzenegger backlit
The man, the myth,
Mhm.
the legend.
does his little. I mean, they rib each other a bit.
Oh my God, yeah.
But then they do the exact same thing when he leaves,
yeah,
and it's just like, okay, we get it. But also, hey, I appreciate it the second time too.
I just love.
Thanks for doing that again. I like that more than I thought I would.
I love Bruce Willis being like, "What the hell's that guy's problem?" He's like,
Right.
He wants to be president.
They had to.
It's like, give this job to my friend here. He loves running in the jungle. Did you ever see Rambo? He was in that.
At least they didn't take, like, obviously they didn't take this movie that seriously.
Yeah,
like
no.
but it's nice that they still did that
Right.
because
like,
it didn't have any effect on anything else, and they were like, this is just for fun. Okay,
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to what little story we wrote for this one.
yeah, like we need
Mm.
some stupid establishing scene to like send them on their mission that they're all going to be expended at.
Get the expense accounts ready. We're expendable.
Oh my God. So like they get their mission, and Stallone and Statham are like, all right, we're gonna go scope out this island. We got a contact, and our cover's gonna be we're from the national like the animals protection or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some big conservationist group or something. Taking photos.
Like it just reminds me of whenever they put The Rock in a movie, and they're like, yeah, he's a scientist, but he's also like an ex like Green Beret Marine.
Right.
It's like when these guys show up and they're like,
We're taking pictures of the fucking birds from the Ornithological Society.
I'm like, dude, your muscles are the size of my head. There's no,
No
way
way.
you're just a bird photographer.
Well, you never know. I mean, people look crazy and do
Well,
all
some
kinds.
people just like to get bulk for fun.
But I feel like even if you question, like, that's not your real job, you still might get beat up.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
It's
the
like, oh,
proof
you
is in the
don't
pudding.
think I like birds, and just beats the crap out of you.
Like Statham literally has the like crow tattoo on his forearm that says expendable. It's like, wait, are you protecting the birds or are the
Yeah.
birds expendable?
We're here to
What's
eat
going on here?
all of your birds.
Oh my God.
We're gonna take pictures of them, but we're
yeah,
gonna kill the
we're gonna
crows.
shoot them if you know what I mean.
I'm very hungry. It
Well,
takes
it's
a
still-
lot to build up this muscle mass.
Stallone had a tattoo of a black chicken on his back.
Yeah, black chicken.
Black chicken.
It's ridiculous. What they thought would be funny and iconic, and some of them worked in the
Mhm.
movie, but other ones were just like, ooh, that was lazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was,
that was
it was a
like-
bit lazy.
A bunch of them fell pretty flat, but a couple of them were good, like
But like
your black chicken.
this is like some of I think my favorite action because it's actually like it's taking place during the day, and it's not like at the end where it's just a big shootout at night and you don't know who's shooting at
Right.
what. You just see bodies dropping. This you're at least getting some like close-ups on Statham and Stallone fighting.
Okay, but
Okay.
a lot of the hand-to-hand combat was not edited together well.
Yeah.
Like, not all of it felt like one choreographed sequence that they were
Yeah,
getting from
no.
different angles. It was like, okay, stop, and we're gonna punch. Okay, stop, and now, both of my arms are on his chest suddenly, even though I just punched him. So yeah, it was very not the greatest in that.
There was
sense,
some
I
heavy
don't know.
cutting.
Yeah.
And you're like, he just threw that guy.
Yeah.
How is he here? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like,
okay.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, if you got like a stunt coordinator in there to like film these scenes, like they probably would have actually been better. But when you get Stallone like making the final decision, he's like, he's used to like the quick cuts. So like, I
Well,
guess that's what we got. But like,
I mean, they did beat the tar out of each other
Oh,
in
yeah.
these scenes. People are getting absolutely
yeah,
hammered.
like they're like bodies slamming them.
Randy Couture suplexed like 14 people in this movie.
Yeah.
Just whenever they cut to him fighting, you pick them up, spin them around, and drop them on their head.
Yeah.
He
Like,
did it so many times in the film.
And I'm not saying that what they were doing wasn't good. Like, there was a lot of cool moments, but it just was very choppy, and I found it really hard to follow them.
Well, yeah, that's why I like this scene when they're, it's actually in the daylight and you're actually getting some good shots of like Statham's like spinning dudes around and like cutting them with knives, and like sure the blood's like super CGI and the knives look like they're playing with like, rubber.
They're definitely painted it.
But like there's some actual shots like Stallone freaking like cartwheels a dude and they actually get the full like cartwheel, and I was like, okay, well, he's in his 50s and he's still freaking doing it. I'm like,
He's
good
still the
on him.
guy. He's still
He's still doing his
that's,
best.
That's why they're the elite team.
Yeah. Well, that's why you send Statham and Stallone. Like, they probably could have finished up this whole movie in about 20 minutes.
They just had more bullets the first time they went.
Yeah, well, I mean, they basically, like, take out the entire army at this next part because, like, they're flying the plane to leave. And, like, they're pouring gas all over this dock and they're gunning people down and light everybody on fire.
Okay, I will say that was probably the coolest scene
super
in the
cool.
whole movie.
Super
and
cool.
I haven't seen this movie before, but I have seen that scene. So I was kind of expecting maybe
You've never
a little
seen
bit
this?
more. No, I haven't.
No way.
But I know that it's just for show, but they could have just flown away. Why did they need to circle back and destroy everything?
I think that's where it's like, what would an action movie do?
Right. They got to
Right.
make a
Versus real life.
statement. But I
Yeah.
feel like something like to this magnitude could have been like a nice like ending to it. Like they blow up the dock. Like obviously like the Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Monroe guy,
Yeah, they show
they're
him
on the
fall
dock.
in the water.
But like everybody else is like toast.
Everybody but the two people that talk later in the film.
Yep.
Everybody
we
else
gave these
died.
guys lines. They can jump into the water. Everybody else, you're getting
Right.
You're getting cooked.
They can make it.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part about that is they have tanks with super high test fuel.
Oh yeah.
Just ready to be dumped on stuff so we can light it on fire
Mm-hmm.
out of an airplane.
like they're definitely not
And
dumping their fuel reserves.
They do maintenance on that to keep that system working at all times.
It's like I want to know how many docks they're burning because these guys are dangerous.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, was that like a military plane or some shit that was like
That
built
was
for
just
that?
a cargo
or-
plane.
Okay,
but
cool.
they-
I didn't know cargo planes also had machine guns
Propeller.
on the front of the.
Yeah.
propeller-driven cargo plane
Like what
Yeah.
did
with
Michael say
machine
during
gun
the
turrets.
like after they light the dock on fire? Michael's like, oh yeah, they definitely didn't kill like a bunch of bystanders by dropping gas.
Danielle's like, all that fuel in the water
Yeah.
definitely won't harm the environment.
Yeah, the fish are gonna start dying. It's gonna be hard to keep the population fed. It's gonna be a whole domino
Oh,
chain
yeah.
of
The backlash.
things, yeah.
From the environmental crisis, so much news about it. It gets investigated. They were on film. Now
Yeah.
they're all in jail.
Yeah, but
for-
at least we killed the bad guy though.
they're
in a really cool
Yeah.
way. It was
Yeah.
super cool. Did you
But
see
now
that?
you're in Guantanamo Bay for terrorism, which is not the place to
It's like,
be.
listen, you did a service to America, but Jesus Christ, did you have to burn the
Like-
whole island down?
That was
Like the
too
entire
much.
island.
It's like
Too
that was
much.
too much.
You know, I wanted you to stop the bad guy, not kill everybody and everything.
Oh my god.
The woman didn't leave.
She didn't.
She didn't leave. She
stayed.
couldn't.
And Stallone.
How could she? This was her home, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it racks Stallone's brain. He has to go to talk to Mickey Rourke and just be like, "Bro, why didn't she leave? I could have kept her safe, man."
It's like, hey, bro, help me figure my life out right now.
Like,
all right.
And Mickey Rourke just like goes into this whole monologue about how his life is terrible and everything sucks and life isn't worth living. And Stallone's like, "Yeah, I can't match that.
He just walks out.
He just walks
turns
out
and
of
walks
the fucking
out.
scene.
And that's from like the most happy-go-lucky guy in this whole movie so far.
Yeah,
like,
he's the only one smiling on the freaking poster.
Yeah.
It's the classic trope of hippie in a crisis.
Yeah.
It's like, man, my life's been great, but actually life is terrible and
Actually.
everything sucks.
And that's why I'm happy, because I could be sad because of all the bad things I've been through.
I could have been happy, but I chose to be sad. But now I'm medium roading it.
Hey, you know that thing that we did together that was awful and both changed us a little bit? I'm going to talk about it.
After killing my 50th man, I watched a woman jump off a bridge.
Stallone's just like, well, now I'm sad. It's like, I came for advice. Now I'm
Stallone's
sad.
like,
I can't be seen crying on camera. I got to get out of here.
he just walks out of the fucking movie.
It's like, I can't compete with that.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the only moments in this whole movie that's like, all right, well, that was kind of a decent performance for once.
I would argue when she gets taken, like out in the square with all the people.
Oh, yeah,
When
yeah.
she's like screaming at her father when her father comes out.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
pretty-
I think that was the
I
other
mean,
good emotional
She
scene.
was the best in this whole movie. She got waterboarded, and she got punched, and she got
the waterboarding was insane.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
waterboarded.
she took
Okay.
a fucking right hook from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, okay.
And then got waterboarded.
Right, like,
I
can we-
forgot
okay.
she got hit first.
She
That's
did.
rough.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the waterboarding? Because my question was, how do they do this without actually waterboarding somebody and make it look real? And I think we just concluded they actually waterboarded.
Yeah. See, the only thing was you could like plug your nose
Right.
to not let the water in there, but you'd still
Yeah.
have a bunch of water in your
Right.
mouth.
Wow. It would
But-
still be not pleasant.
Yeah, no, it's
but the-
really convincing how they filmed this because it looks like they paid this lady like an extra few $1,000s
I
and they're like,
think-
we're actually going to waterboard you for real.
I think we discussed it. They didn't pay her any extra, and they told her they were only going to do it once. And then they ended up doing 17 takes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, this lady deserves an Oscar just for that.
No, they just gave her the next day the morning off.
Yeah, you can come in at noon tomorrow.
We'll give you a half day.
Right?
It's like,
We'll
yeah,
give you
but the
half day.
schedule starts at noon. Yeah, you better be on time.
Right?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was a stunt double, but still, just it
Yeah,
was that
no,
was done very well. I
Yeah,
will
no, that
say.
scene was like uncomfortable because
Yeah.
like they pulled a rag off her face and she's like literally spitting up water and you're like, did you guys actually do this to her? Like Stallone, that's
Jeez.
kind of
Like,
fucked up,
she
dude.
looks
Yeah.
very terrified.
I do want to Google this later and see like how did they do
It's
this?
like, how did they do the waterboarding scene in the Expendables?
Just curious.
just for learning purposes only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I'm gonna look it up on incognito mode. I don't want people knowing.
Oh.
If I see a bucket of water and a towel after we're done this, I'm leaving.
I'm coming
Michael,
for
you weren't
Michael.
that funny this episode. Time to get waterboarded.
I'm just gonna
We
wait
said-
till you fall asleep tonight, and then I'm gonna slip a towel over your face.
Tell more jokes, motherfucker.
This isn't making it any better. This is actually stifling my creativity.
But yeah, all this happens to her because it turns out she is the daughter of
The general's daughter.
general, and our Monroe character finds out she was helping the Expendables get information about this island. So they torture her a
And
little bit.
We never do find out what the corporate guy did to have that, to think he has the authority to like kill the general's daughter.
Yeah.
Which is it's kind of weird, and they never explain that. I'd kind of be like, well, I know he's a corporate guy, but that's insane. Like,
That's a little
this is-
crazy.
no,
Like-
we're here now. This is our country. Bring your kids.
Yeah,
Like,
like
what? That's
Yeah.
creepy.
what was he like CEO of some
Well,
like
so-
company in America, and then he just comes over and decides that he's just gonna start killing people?
Because
Like,
they make
Like-
it a point to say that he's American.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the only bit of information you get about him is in his like final like sentences in this movie because he's just like,
I wouldn't play by the CIA's rules, so now I'm making
right.
my own rules, and my rules are fun, but their rules were bad.
It's like, I'm like, give them some kind of thing other than, the CIA kind of sucks, right? Yeah, well, I'm gonna go buy an island.
I forgot about the FBI,
Yeah.
connection, but still, even so, how did the four of you take over the island that has a like he has
Right.
control over the military, it seems like, and he's got Stone Cold. I mean, hey, Stone Cold, but maybe not a whole country.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not a whole country.
Maybe not a whole country.
He's not strong enough for a whole country. Maybe like half, like a
Like
small
a
one.
town,
Yeah, like
He
a
could-
small town. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
a city, a little further away from the highway. They're a little smaller.
Like he just walks up into like a intercourse PA and he's just like, all right, this is my town now.
It's like, take it. Nobody wants it.
Right.
No, you can have it. The Amish live here. You can have it.
Yeah. Jeez. Shout out to anyone who knows what intercourse PA is.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a
Yeah.
real place. Look it up.
It is. It's like 15, 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, yeah. There's also Blue Balls. That's a place.
That's further north.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
And these all sound just as made up as the country name in the movie.
Right.
But yeah, so the Expendables decide, all right, this place is a little too heavily fortified for us. We're not going to take this job. But of course they're going to take the fucking job. Because Stallone's like,
Right.
He's like, well, the lady never left, so I'm going back. But, like, no guilt trip, guys. Like, you guys don't have to come with me, but
And they're
I'm
like,
going to go.
God damn it, we're coming with you. And
Well,
Yeah.
they literally say, well, if it's a suicide mission, you're going to kill yourself. Like, we can't let you go alone. It's like, well, we want to do it too.
yeah, they're like,
We're
friends
gonna go
die
die.
together.
Yeah. He generally literally says, friends die together. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't share that sentiment.
But I
at
love, like-
all.
Sorry, you can
It's-
go die. I'm gonna
No.
stay here.
Yeah, no, I just love Stathan's like line. He's just like,
God damn it, it's hard being friends with you.
Right? It's like, 'cause
I'm like,
Steve,
come on,
Steve
guys.
calls me all the time. Hey, we got to go get shot at again for a woman that you don't even get to sleep with.
God damn it! All right.
all right,
I
I
hate being
mean,
friends with you.
I'm going to punch my card. You got 3 more missions before I get to pick what we do on the weekends.
Was it Terry Crews that said like you can have I'll die for you, but you can't ask me to do it twice.
Yeah, he's like,
Right.
hell, man, we'll die with you. Just don't ask me to do it twice.
Yeah.
It's like he just asked you
And
to die.
It
at the
seems
beginning
like
of the movie.
he's being asked twice.
Yeah.
I'm like, isn't this in your job description? You could die. You're like,
Oh, it's in the paperwork. Has to
Oh
be.
yeah. Oh yeah.
as you're like arming yourself to like get on the plane. Don't you think it would cross your mind like, man, wait, the other guys have guns too. I might get shot on this.
Well,
I mean, this is their like 300th mission, so they probably don't even care anymore.
I think that's why he brought the gun he brought.
Oh yeah, that giant
That was a
automatic shotgun.
monster. And he brought grenade launcher rounds that.
Oh no, mini warhead rounds.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh.
it's not realistic.
That's how 6 people take over a country with mini warhead
He
rounds.
turned his shotgun into a grenade launcher, and then what do you think? He probably got in that whole scene.
Oh, in that whole hallway
He
fight?
probably got what 30, 40
Oh,
people.
30 people.
Like
at
there was
least.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Now, they definitely showed some of the same people getting shot more than once,
Yeah.
but it was still a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, like this whole final thing is just them invading this island, and it's like,
Look at this action. Oh, wait, shit, look at this action. Oh, look at this guy getting punched. Look at that guy getting punched.
Follow
So much action.
Sylvester Stallone around.
watch as Terry Crews runs in a straight line and plants grenades
Yep.
on the walls.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a lot of stupid action, but at least it was something to look at.
At least it was something to see.
Yeah.
But no, like I mean, I kind of like. I like the getting the band back together. We're going on one last ride, guys. We're gonna go kill an entire
But this
army.
was the first movie. You can't have a let's get the band back together in the first movie. That has to be the second movie.
Well, it does
All
seem,
of these movies are get the band back together.
yeah, and it
That's
does
true.
seem that. Well, why didn't you make movies about their awesome career? And now that they're retired, you're just showing us when they come back to work.
Right.
And it's like, well, what about the career would have been dope then? If this is
Yeah.
what they're doing during retirement, make the films about their first few. Like, what?
Yeah,
It must have
give
been
me
nuts.
give me a trilogy about their career, and then give me a trilogy about them coming back after having a great career.
The original Expendables should have just been Stallone working in an office, and then he's like,
There's got to be more to life.
There's got to be more. People are out there getting kidnapped by countries, and I got to save them.
I could be doing so much more while also taking pictures of birds in foreign countries.
Oh, my God.
At his regular 9 to 5. You know what I hate? Countries with corrupt governments. I'm going to give people the power back.
Now I
Stands
gotta
up,
find some like-minded
takes
individuals.
his tie off, quits.
pulls the keyboard out from the computer and smashes the computer screen. He's like, I quit.
Like,
Completely
well,
unnecessary.
hey, Sly, what are you gonna go do? I would like to be expendable. I'm not expendable at
Fuck
this country.
life.
I'm going to get a tattoo that says just that.
Expend, and then the action happens. So
After I
can't
get my
finish it,
300th bullet shot past me, I can get a bulls finished on my back.
Booze.
A booze.
Well, he must have quit and been gone for a while. Just got back into tattooing shape, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, so Stallone saves the girl. They're shooting a lot of mercenaries. They end up blowing the building up that they're in, and this gets like our final fight. Like Randy Couture fights fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah.
and lights him on fire
With fire in the background. And,
oh my god, it's so epic. But like after Stone Cold gets lit on fire, like he delivers one last like Superman punch to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was already dead.
Yeah,
Just
but-
let the guy burn. You're gonna get like 3rd-degree burns on your knuckles from punching
No, he'll be
Stone
fine.
Cold.
Yeah,
he
but
had
it's
to-
epic.
He had to
Fucking
assert
epic.
dominance. And also, what a cool way to go out. It's
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
it's
yeah.
fucking
What a-
epic.
You get suplexed into oil and then lit on fire, and then
yeah.
Superman punched to death.
Yep.
Fucking
While he was
awesome.
screaming the whole time.
Yeah, and Terry Crews fucking shot puts a missile, like at some
Yeah,
point
Oh,
to
yeah?
blow
It
up a
was
helicopter.
really real. Yeah, really realistic.
Yeah, no, it was great. He's like, "What do you need me to do?" Stallone's like, "Throw it as far as you can."
He goes, "Ah!" It's like, how heavy is that thing?
I think one of the goofiest things from Sylvester Stallone is he didn't shoot and shoot and shoot. He was just bang, 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 and he would have 2 guns. Every time he shot his gun, he emptied the clip.
Yeah,
And there was no stopping it. He wasn't
No.
picking where his shots went. He just started shooting
He
until there
picked
was
a
no
And
more
direction
ammo.
unloaded.
he never missed. Every
Ever.
time he shot a bullet, somebody
No,
went
these guys
flying.
were good. These guys were good.
Yeah, he was
Which-
perfect.
Leads me to question why they were expendable. It's like, well, these are the guys you want training armies.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Jesus Christ! You got Stone Cold to train that entire island army. You could have got these guys to just be
That's
your
right.
army.
He does say he trained them.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's like, why did you paint the faces of these men that were trained by Stone Cold? They look fucking ridiculous.
They look like warriors.
It's like Stone Cold used to wear a thong and a leather vest to wrestle.
You be nice, Steve. I won't
Sorry.
stand for any slander against
Sorry.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Sorry,
I will not
alright.
stand for
He
it.
also chugged beer, and I was a big fan of that. All right, see, I give him a compliment, tear him down a little bit, give him a compliment.
Yeah.
It's like a sandwich.
I think you tread lightly with Stone Cold.
Listen, he's a bald icon. I love that man.
Bald icon.
He's a bald. We need more bald icons. God damn it.
Austin,
He's a bald con.
A bald.
Austin 316 says, "I just whoop your ass."
I had a beer. Then I had another beer. 4 beers.
my
And a
favorite,
Bloody Mary.
my favorite was when he'd do that and the crowd go, "What?
Yeah. 5 beers. What? 6 beers.
What?
7 beers.
What?
And a Bloody Mary.
What?
And I like martinis too.
What?" And the crowds would do it forever.
Shirley
too.
Temple.
He just names all the drinks he had.
Glass of water. Big cup of milk.
4 pieces of fried chicken,
Glass of coffee.
an orange soda, and a milkshake.
Handful of fries.
More help tips with Stone Cold.
In a day, you gotta eat 300 calories. That's a salad. What? Some carrots.
300?
3,000.
3,000. He said 300. It's like, you're trying to hurt people now.
You're going to die.
Yeah, just a
300
bit.
calories.
Well, they're not coming to me for health advice. They're going to Stone Cold. So
Oh,
I can
right.
say wrong things. He's got to say the right thing.
I do love that how he talked when he was mad wrestling is how he talks as the bad guy in movies. It's so good because, hey, it worked for that. It's going to work in film too.
Yeah.
And it does. It does work.
It's all acting.
And, you know, he gave it his best. Gave it his best.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't murder that lady though.
Yeah,
that,
seriously.
That
He wanted
that
to.
right hand was
Oh my
nasty.
god, that should have
It
snapped
was
her neck.
devastating.
Yeah.
At least dislocate the jaw. Like she should have stood up and like the half of her jaw's hanging off.
Well, they would have had to wait like 2 weeks in order to be able to waterboard her.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause she wouldn't be conscious.
She'd be in a coma for 3 months.
Christ.
Wake her up. Okay, now we can waterboard her.
Jeez.
How did you sleep? Anyway, here's a towel. We're gonna drown you real quick. It's like Jesus
It's really
Christ,
good
guys.
for the brain. Definitely not gonna mess up.
Yeah, no, you'll be
her-
fine. You'll
her
be fine.
head.
It's good. I get waterboarded once a week. It really invigorates the system.
It opens my sinuses really
Yeah, yeah.
well.
Okay.
It's like a
Have you
juice
heard of the
cleanse.
neti pot? Well, you should try.
If you like the neti pit, try putting a towel over your mouth and pouring a glass of water.
Waterboarding.
the
Sponsored
same.
by whoever makes those products.
Johnson and Johnson.
It's like sponsored by Bounty. Our towels can hold more water than the leading brand.
So your waterboarding becomes more effective. Get the information quicker with Bounty. Is your waterboarding taking too long? You might have the wrong towel.
The
We-
quicker picker-upper is here to help
Oh
you.
my god.
The right towel for the right information. From hopefully the right people. As we accidentally killed Steve.
I'm crying. Steve's crying. That was
The,
good.
the waterboarder container needs to be a certain brand because it has a handle just in the right split.
Bounty, please don't sue us.
They can't. You can't sue us for that. It's what people do. It's actually
it's free advertisement,
Well,
honestly.
Yeah, there you go.
well, and they can't sue me for repeating their own ads. Like,
Yeah, I saw this like a week ago.
that's
Yeah,
that's
no,
their
They're
ad
running it
campaign.
right now.
Pretty sure it aired during the Super Bowl.
What,
How
in-
many
in
times has this
2010?
happened to you? And like they put a paper towel over someone and pour the water in the towel rips. He's like, the X comes across the
Well,
screen.
they know all the executives only watch the Super Bowl, so that's how they, that's how they hit their
Yeah,
target
yeah.
audience.
Right.
Even mercenaries watch the Super Bowl. Like, come on.
Get Bounty. And for that puddle on the floor after you're done, Bounty cleans it up in just a snap.
Don't
And
worry.
you see them like wiping the floor.
As she's like coughing up water in the background. You just hear her like choking as the guy's like on the floor, like giving the thumbs up, cleaning up the water spill.
Then
Stone Cold.
they do the classic run the finger afterwards to prove it's clean.
And it's just
clean.
Stone Cold like, I only use Bounty paper towels. Thank you, Bounty. I got my information 30 days sooner.
30 days of waterboarding? She was about dead in like 4 minutes.
Listen, she was a badass. She took it like a champ.
She did. She was a strong woman.
Every film in the book is not sponsored by Bounty.
Anyway,
But if we were, we'd use it to waterboard people. We'd use it to waterboard them.
That's
And we
our
would make
guarantee.
we would make a great ad for you, I promise.
No, definitely not. Because
yo, your sales would go
they would-
through the roof.
people would boycott them if it's the Geneva Convention. Just do the opposite of that. It makes for great ads.
Jesus Christ.
Are we at the end of this movie
Yes,
yet?
I think-
the Expendables win.
That-
and
Yeah, sure. Win.
yeah, they win after killing an entire nation.
They win. It's basically
What do they win?
genocide to succeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what
Okay.
they win? They get to go back and listen to Jason Statham tell them a poem about cool guy Mickey Rourke.
Well, I mean, it does end like I wanted the cool guy movie to
Yeah.
end. One last. I mean, it's a little different. The old poetry ending for the action film. It's
Cool
It hasn't been done before. So they tried something new,
Yeah. And like,
Yeah.
they're throwing their knives and Jason Statham like walks outside, finishes his poem and chucks a knife to cue the credits.
And we see Dolph Lundgren come back to life because
Yeah, he's
okay,
magically
we kind of
alive.
want him in the next one because he's a super big guy.
Yeah. Well, I guess we didn't say he gets shot at some point. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
But like,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
like they make it like this big reveal. It's like, oh shit, he's still alive. But like the opening shot in this bar or wherever after their mission, you clearly see the back of Dolph Lundgren's head in a
He's
mirror.
there. He's there
And
before
they're
they
like,
tell you.
Nobody else is blonde and ginormous. So it's like, who else could that be?
And we only see 11 faces in this whole film.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it's small cast.
Yeah.
I mean, besides all the people who got shot, there were a lot of people.
Yeah,
who
a lot of
all the
people
money
died.
was spent on like
extras.
blanks and fucking people. to
CGI
shoot.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
And
the
bombs.
Expendables.
there was so much explosions.
Oh yeah, they blew up an entire.
I want to
country.
know.
Yeah.
Well, because they said the arbitrary number of $5 million for the
Right,
whatever,
right.
but how much overhead was that?
Right?
with the amount
That's
of explosives and the
that's a
amount of
lot.
fuel.
Yeah,
Like
like who
Ammo,
pays to stock the Expendables? Like, do they all buy their own shit? Like they're bringing their guns from home,
well,
or
I
does
guess.
Stallone have like an arsenal for
if
them?
they're getting hired to combat a rogue CIA agent,
Yeah,
they have some funding somewhere.
We don't
Yeah.
want
They
to know where
definitely
it's coming
definitely
from, though.
yeah. I don't need to be a part of any of that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, that was a terrible movie. I hope you all enjoyed
Yeah, and Bounty,
the movie.
call us.
Oh,
We got you,
yes.
Bounty.
Yes, please. My number is 555.
Call me.
Just
They-
555.
They
Yeah,
just
it's just
they,
555.
they just never call. Just break my heart, and then we complain about it like an ex-girlfriend.
These assholes didn't call us for the perfect ad.
Remember when they didn't want to be associated with waterboarding? Yeah.
Yeah, bunch of liberal snowflakes over there. Anyway,
The Expendables.
the Expendables.
What a shitty movie.
It's good if you
yeah, I
don't
don't-
like. Well, you're getting what you should expect to get that from
Yeah.
the movie. It is.
Yeah.
By looking at the cast and seeing, like, I'm sure the trailer, you know exactly what you're walking
Oh,
into
yeah.
with this movie.
Yeah.
It's mindless action. You're not going to get sucked into the plot. You're not going to be, like,
Nothing.
forever changed after watching it. You're just going to be like, huh, that was a time.
I think I lost a few brain cells.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, what do you
Actually,
need those for?
you lose hundreds of those just generally.
Yeah.
I think it just like sped up the process.
just a couple
little
extra.
Bit, yeah.
Just a couple extra.
Press the fast forward button on the dissolving of my brain cells.
As far as action movies go, it was a plot that was easy to watch. Well, a ton of stuff blew up, or
Mhm.
a bunch of arms get broken, a lot of shooting,
Yeah.
a lot of shooting.
a lot of
If
shooting.
you're into that,
Yeah, no, I mean,
you'll like it.
it's fine for what it is, but you know, don't expect anything crazy.
I'm sure everybody listening to this has seen the movie though.
Yeah,
So let
yeah.
us know what you
Like,
think.
You never know. You never know. You never saw it.
Well, I think you can tell what film it is just by looking at the cast of each film. It's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be crazy.
Oh shit, Mel Gibson's in the third one. Oh man, that one's gonna be weird.
So join us next week when we watch the rest of the Expendables.
Yeah, right. I was lucky enough to get you guys to sit down for the first one.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm sure I'll never watch
Yeah,
Expendables
no.
2 or 3.
I don't think you'll
Ever
wake
again.
up the next day and be like, "Holy shit, I gotta watch the Expendables too."
So the next one we're gonna do is Expendables 2, then.
Yeah,
And then 3.
Yeah, this is just an all Expendables podcast now. We're only talking about the Expendables.
Yeah, next week we're gonna go into detail about every scene.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oof.
we're gonna do a
Oof.
shot for shot remake of the Expendables for you.
Ooh, that would be fun.
There you
don't,
go.
I don't own a plane.
Well,
But you have a training in flying.
Yeah, you know how to fly.
I don't think they'd let us like shoot stuff out of it.
Well, we
Alright,
can
fine.
CGI it, Michael. It's all CGI.
but yeah. Anyway, until the next time we see you, this has been all of us from Every Film in the Book. We'll catch you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's expendable. It's Expendables.